Oke guys, lanjut game kedua antara Gaimin Gladiators melawan Legaci. Rayles di sini dia pakai Nolan dan best player one dia pakai Fredrin ya. Ini kembali lagi meta healer guys ya. Si Jolie dia pakai Roger Gold. Roger Gold sih sekarang udah banyak banget counternya ya guys ya.
Yeah, look at Fly Chicken being very sneaky there too, almost stopping him from being able to cut back there. We take a look at some of the emblems here, some lethal ignition stacked up on the side of Legacy there. And then of
masa
course,
XP kembali meta kan?
Gaimin
Sekarang kan
Gladiators
zamannya masa ROM ya.
Keep that mana up as well.
Shark.
Jolie gonna run the quantum charge as well. Riles though in the mid lane, forcing out the flicker from Shark on that overextension.
Kuyakan GG banget guys.
First blood will shut him down.
Sama-sama buang flicker serumnya ya.
Shark in the slightest, still with that same smile and that headphones on. But as we move on here, I mean, already Legacy getting a good kill here. This is like we were talking about it before, a very good early game. They just need to kind of keep up that synergy as we start moving into the later games to kind of keep up those winning conditions that they need.
Right, I mean, game number one, right? We see all Gaimin Gladiators draw first blood, but this time it is going to be Legacy. Legacy was able to claim the first hurdle last game, but then they started falling short on those objectives. So can they find that momentum and hold on to it for the early phase? We're seeing some aggression, though, even from Shark. Still overextending the invasion onto the purple buff. Doesn't go in for the turtle, but wants to delay and deny the farm away from Legacy. And looks like they may be able to do it. Kuyakin with the bouncing ball, best player able to get the purple buff. Looks like he did use his retribution though.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for Legacy right now, is that this is the problem when you have such a squishy composition. You're going to be prone to being invaded, and Gaimin Gladiators doing a great job of it and forcing their will there, especially right before the turtle, not allowing Riles to get his buff, and now he has to, and they contested it, and that's the problem. That's a decision making you need to make. Are you going to be able to get this purple buff? If the answer is no, you need to go ahead, move on to another part of the map, instead of just kind of sitting there, watching them do it, and then now you've lost a turtle and you weren't able to answer with it. You lost the purple buff and the turtle and you weren't able to reply.
Oh, speaking of replying though, straight at the doorstep of Zia with the knockup from Kuyakin. Riles in the bush though, looking for an answer.
Zia-nya mah aman guys.
For the knockback.
Tapi atasnya bro, Masya woi, Masya.
I like that Zia waited to pop out that stun and create that distance until the absolute last moment. As Riles came in for the fracture, pops it off, creates that distance, and again, Legacy leaving empty-handed.
Ooh, Kuyakin will be burning out that flicker though. Go back to the tier 1 on the bot side. Fried Chicken taking a lot of damage from Whoopi on the Masha, right?
Fried Chicken
addition over here to Legacy with the roster.
Kan. Fried Chicken udah pasti mati lah guys.
Whoopi will be able to get the kill.
Lagi dia gak ada flicker ya.
I was a little worried for Riles. He came in there, missed the fracture, and I was like, oh god, if it's a 2-on-1 and you lose one of your members, that's going to be a little bit to come back from this. We have a little engagement here at the purple buff.
Yeah, best player again trying to deny the farm away from Jolie. He does have Gaimin Gladiators to back him up as well. As well as
Nolannya nggak dapat lagi ya.
Praser's Wrath is going to drop down. Looks like best player was able to claim it yet again away from Legacy.
Ini sih Nolan kalau udah gak dikasih makan dari awal guys ya, nanti gak bisa ngapa-ngapain guys.
Legacy did not lose any members for that. Unfortunately, still not able to protect their buffs right now, and this is going to kind of keep on progressing that lead until Gaimin Gladiators can really enforce their will around the 7-minute mark. Right now, though, only about 100 gold lead for Gaimin Gladiators.
It's like having a hole in your wallet, right? They're putting money in their wallet and it keeps on falling out. You gotta find an answer to close that hole. You can't keep letting best player invade your jungle and take your objectives, or he's just gonna stack on the economy. Speaking of stacking though, 4v4 on the bot side, best player will claim the turtle off screen.
Tipis banget nah.
Trying to get back to safety.
Rayles udah pasti mati guys.
Riles will fall alongside him, the double kill for the goal laner of Gaimin Gladiators.
Yeah, and just like
best
that, a double kill for Gaimin Gladiators.
No.
Best player from the side.
Oh, he's not done. He wanted Jolie, but he'll try and go in for Shansky if he can. Both of them forced to go back to safety.
Yeah, and you can start seeing, especially up at the top lane, a rotation there from Fly Chicken, while the side of Whoopi is still trying to answer the minions right now. That's just kind of the problem with Masha in the early game. Before she gets that Blade of Hephaestus, which she does have now, which means she's going to be able to kind of get that one shot.
Riles, nice banget itu kufranya. Kuyakan. Ya udah guys, sikat. Triple kill bro, gila. Ya, hobinya. Baru menit 5 loh cuy ini cuy.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Riles is just hungry for a purple buff, any purple buff.
Dari kalin dulu guys ya.
As Gaimin Gladiators have laid claim in his jungle.
Yeah, definitely taking advantage of the early phase again for Gaimin Gladiators. This time a little bit more smooth than game number
tipis
1.
banget, mati sih.
Taking some heavy hits, torn apart memories to seal his fate, and Zia will pick up his 4th kill of the game.
Yeah, a much different game from the first. Unfortunate for Legacy. I feel like this composition doesn't really help them, especially now that you have somebody like, I want to say, Whoopi on this Masha, who's not able to really capitalize, is going to be confined to that XP lane. You can see already left the XP lane, and Chicken is just having a full-blown, just absolutely eating up there.
Nah, kalau 1v1 sih harusnya menang Masha gak sih guys?
Ya gak sih? Definitely showcasing his mastery, able to burst down all of the HP. And probably
kan mati guys ya.
Will fall for the mid, tier 2 falling for the top as well. And Zia getting a kill, shuts down Kuyakin.
Yeah, and right now, Gaimin Gladiators a little earlier than last game. Really,
harusnya Masha langsung beli Hephaestus 3 kali sih guys. Langsung mode kita bikin Hephaestus ya.
And there's not much that Legacy can do here. They're starting to fall behind. 7K at the 7-minute mark. You can see, take a look here at the items. A 2K gold difference when it comes to the marksmen, and a 1K gold difference for the junglers there.
Yeah, Kuyakin having a hard time too, right?
Dulu itu. Wah, astaga Riles.
Able to connect and burst him down. Riles a very far overextension, especially with
kan,
best player
1. Akhirnya mati guys ya.
We'll find best player Hoon trying to respond back, trying to avenge him. Fried Chicken.
Kan, Kuyakan.
We'll be able to burst down Whoopi. It looks like both sides will have to disengage, not able to find another opportunity for a kill. But speaking of opportunity, Gaimin Gladiators stacked with the advantage.
Yeah, and Shark's going to be able to get away there. And this is the unfortunate thing. Riles doing what you're supposed to as an assassin, and you're losing the game. Start split pushing, trying to get some of these lanes up, maybe get some towers on the side as well. But Gaimin Gladiators' map presence, their map awareness is just second to none right now. They are able to see that quickly and be able to close the distance even quicker.
Yeah, he needs to be careful, though, because he definitely didn't have the easiest start in terms of farm for the damage to be able to burst them down. And Gaimin Gladiators, they're looking to try and close this out early, right? We said they're kind of one of those teams. If you give them that advantage, they'll definitely take it and close it out at that 13-minute mark. And this may be one of those games if Legacy is not careful. They need this one to be able to tie out this series in the best of 5. But a final slash for Fried Chicken. Connecting on to Jolie, a little bit of utility has been used for Gaimin Gladiators, but they are still going to commit to the fight. Holy baptism goes down.
Astaga Whoopi-nya guys, ya.
Member falling for the side of Legacy, and now the siege for the inhibitor on the bot side. Gaimin Gladiators with the full save. Now cracking
langsung end kah?
Legacy left to defend. Damage onto the
Waduh,
base.
ya langsung mati guys. Gila loh, ya sumpah emang segila ini bro. Lah baru menit 9 loh, Riles-nya mati lagi. Astaga. Ada minion sih. Gila, gila. Selagi Zia gak mati sih bisa aja end ini guys. Stay di bawah loh guys ya, gila, gila. Fokus minion sih, tapi tetap aja guys sih. Wah kan, tetap aja guys. Kan Zia-nya menggila bro. Aduh Zia, oke lah, GG guys. 9 menit 34 detik ya guys ya. Terlalu OP cuy ini Gaimin Gladiators ini ya. Oke lah, kita lanjut ke game yang ketiga cuy ya. Memang lah Nolan di early kalau gak dikasih buff ya gitu guys, gak bisa ngapa-ngapain bro.